make a joke that's to do with the religion to get a bit of laughter?
I would say there's a scholar once, he was discussing the issue of the masjid and the etiquettes of praying in the masjid and congregation. And of course, one of those etiquettes or one of those manners is the phone. The phone is a stable part of life now. You can't do without a phone. So people that have ringtones, right? Some people's music, sometimes it's birds chirping. Some people have crazy, wacky stuff. Whatever the case may be. Whatever it is, it's annoying in the prayer, right? So this scholar, he said that you can learn a lot about a man through his ringtone. You can know a person by hearing what type of ringtone is on his phone. You can know someone who's intellectual, someone who's simple-minded, someone who's really laugh, happy, go-lucky type of person. And the same applies to social media. You go on someone's page, what's on their page? This LOL, this emoji, this simpleton, simple-minded type of foolish thing. What type of person are you? What's funny about making fun of somebody with a beard, or what's funny about that?
Right.
Is not enough humor, permissible humor, to find entertainment in? And what did the Prophet do? Did he smile or did he laugh and crack up? All of us laugh. We're not considering to act fake and act like we don't laugh. But me personally, I don't find nothing funny about the Deen. Right. Because it's dangerous. Very dangerous. And one step, two steps, and next you know, you're off the cliff. And that's what that hadith means, in which the Prophet ﷺ says, Inna al-halala bayin, wa inna al-harama bayin. The lawful is clear, plain. The haram is clear and plain. Wa baynahuma umurun mushabbahat. But between the two plain things are things which aren't so plain. The Prophet, he gives golden advice. فَمَنَ اتَّقَى الْمُشَبَّهَاتِ فَقَدْ اسْتَبْرَأَ لِدِينِهِ وَإِرْضِهِ. Those who avoid the gray areas, no one can ever slander his honor. And no one can ever slander his practice of the religion. You're totally safe. وَمَنْ وَقَعَ فِي الْمُشَبَّهَاتِ وَقَعَ فِي الْحَرَامِ كَالرَّاعِ يَرْعَى حَوْلَ الْحِمَى يُوشِكُ أَنْ يَرْتَعْ فِيهِ. He says, and he who falls into those doubtful matters will surely fall into the haram. And then he makes a tangible example. Listen carefully, because I don't think that this hadith is explained properly too often. What this hadith actually means, especially in modern 2018 times. The Prophet, he says, like a shepherd, yar'a hawla al-hima. He allows his animals to graze around a sanctuary, a patch of land that's off limits. Yushiku and yarta'fi. Oh, yaqa'fi. He says he's about to fall into it. Meaning, let's make an example of this now. All right, so we have the dog culture. UK, America is all the same. Wherever you go, you find non-Muslims, they love dogs. They have dogs that inherit money. A lady, she died, she gave millions of dollars to her dog instead of her family members. Seriously. So you see someone walking down the street with 10 dogs, right? Walking the dogs, letting the dogs use the restroom, right? So the hadith is telling us, if the woman walks with those dogs and there's something dangerous for the dogs, a busy street in which there's buses and trains, but the dogs are far from it, but she allows the dogs to get just a little too loose. They're not there yet. They're not ran over yet. You shickle. All it takes is a cat running by, or a bird, or one dog, and the next thing you know, the dog is across the train tracks. So the smart person walking the dogs is going to take those dogs and stay far away from the curb in the street. So just think about that what this hadith is telling us is that if you play around with stuff, it may not necessarily be haram yet. It may not necessarily be mockery of the religion. I'm just making fun of you as a person. But it's 1-2 steps, and next thing you know, you're actually mocking the beard. Oh, you look funny with that beard. You know, it doesn't suit you. Your mustache looks funny. And the next thing you know, you're mocking the practice of trimming the mustache. And the next thing you know, you're laughing at people who do this and do that. So it's not a joke. And even if it isn't haram now, it's going to lead to it. And once you fall into mocking a religion, I mean, you know, what hope do you have after that? You know, Allah could seal your heart, put a curse on you for making fun of his religion and making fun of the people of his religion. And how can you talk about people who practice something but not talk about the actual practice? It's almost impossible. So you can learn about a lot from someone just from their social media page. If someone is a serious Muslim, if someone is a serious person in life, if you just want to laugh and joke and be simple-minded, I mean, it's going to lead to many consequences in the deen and in the dunya. And I'll say this, is nothing funny, man. If you want to laugh, then read a comic or watch a comedian. But don't laugh and don't trade, you know, emojis or pictures or screenshots about Muslims and stuff. Anything to do with the deen. Because it is that dangerous, and the shaitan is going to cause you to slip. And oftentimes he gets us to slip by practicing things which are disliked, or practicing things which are, like I said about the hadith, are close to the sacred part. The sacred part. What do you want to do when the sheep jumps over that fence. And anyone caught grazing on this land is going to be fined or arrested or maybe even executed. So the wise shepherd doesn't even take his sheep near the fence. That's what the hadith is teaching us. The wise shepherd does not take his sheep near the fence. Because right now it's good. But sheep, they jump, they run, and next thing you know, and then the sheep is running in the sacred grounds. What are you going to do? You can't go over the gate and get it. Now you're in serious trouble. And it's not even funny at the end of the day. So that's the best advice I could give on the situation. And unfortunately, we got to realize that we may be playing checkers, and the people who aren't Muslims, who may hate Islam, they may be playing chess. They're thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead.
Right.
And we're just thinking it's just a joke. Come on, bro. What's the big deal, bro? They say, bro, right? Come on, bro. You're too extreme, bro. But they're getting you to laugh at a Muslim, not Islam. But then in 5 years, or another picture, or another video, next thing you know, it's actual mockery of the deen.
Right.
So I think we need to be mindful of that.